women are trying to run from their past. As you guys can see in this article from Fox News, Miley Cyrus calls her twerking phase a malfunction and pokes fun at her wild past. Women are trying to run from their past. Guys, a lot of women made decisions that they were going to live very vicariously, and now that past is coming back to haunt them. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand why women are now trying to run from their past and the reasons why they're not going to succeed and their past will always stay with them. Now let's just go ahead and jump right into this article. Miley Cyrus calls her twerking phase a malfunction, pokes fun at her wild past. So many of you guys know what Miley did a number of years ago. She was everywhere at one point. She was all over the place. She was using various substances, more than just weed. I believe. And it was pretty bad. She started off with twerking, and then it became just downright disgusting. There are pictures that are so obscene that it's unbelievable, and it's crazy. She was married at one point, and then her husband basically left her. And you have to understand that this all happened because of the choices that she made. And now she's older, and it's really sad. She puts out a song like "When I Used to Be Young." I think it was Flowers, and she sings about when she used to be young, and now it's not like that anymore. Nothing lasts forever, and she's been trying to clean up her image a bit. She's trying to go for like a look where she's sexy but not overly revealing like the way that she used to be, and putting everything out there. But it's very difficult to do that after the life that you've lived. A lot, and her brother actually came out around a year or two ago, and this was during like this was basically after Flowers came out. I think it was Flowers, and her singing about how her life has gone downhill. And he talked about why young women should not be on OnlyFools. And he said that, if you're on that platform, you're going to have a much harder time finding a man, finding a husband, a boyfriend, becoming a mother. It's going to follow you for the rest of your life. It destroys your future. And there were a lot of women and their Sims that came out and attacked him and canceled. They may have actually successfully canceled him, unbelievably. And her brother, it's actually her older brother. This is a dude who's like covered in tattoos. So it's not like this is some like really like, perfect guy. But he was basically saying like, listen, man, this stuff is going to follow you. Being on OnlyFools is going to follow you. I say OnlyFools, I mean OnlyFans. But being on OnlyFools is going to follow you. And it's going to ruin your life. You think that you're going to make some money right now, but it's going to screw your life up. And OnlyFools creators and their Sims were going after them, and they were popping up saying that I'm an OnlyFools creator, and I'm married, and my boyfriend or my husband, he's very happy about it. And the Sim would pop up and say, yeah, everything is fine. You're talking a load of nonsense. You're trying to push your beliefs on women in society, and these are conservative beliefs. These are beliefs that are associated with the far right. And it's like, far right, bro. This guy is probably more to the left, but he's just saying, hey, being on these platforms will have a bad effect on your future. If you go, I mean, like there's a few OnlyFools creators who come out and say, hey, I was on this platform, and guess what? It has had a horrible effect on my life. It's destroyed my relationship with my family. It's destroyed my relationship with my children. It's made the lives of my children very difficult. My kids are going to school now, and their parents and their friends, they know that I'm on the platform. So it makes things very, very hard for me. I mean, it's, there's some kids who basically are like going crazy. Like they feel like they're they feel completely crushed because their mother is on the platform, and, they're the kids at school are like going to them and saying, "Hey, little bro, what's up, little bro? You were talking a lot of jazz to me before, huh?" Because kids argue with one another, and you've got other kids like to single them out, like, "Listen, I don't need to fight you because you're already beaten." And they're like, "What do you mean I'm already beaten? Look at this right here. See, is that your mom? That's your mom. That's your mom right here, right? All right. I have access to her OnlyFools. Okay, that's your mom right here doing all of these things on here. All right. Guess what? I paid your mom to take this picture for me. I paid your mom to take this picture for me. And look at what she's doing in this picture. This is your mom, and you run your mouth and you talk crap about me. Let me tell you right now, okay? I'm not perfect, all right? But my mom is a nurse. My mother went to school for 4 years. 4 years, little bro. 4 years to go and get her BSN, get her bachelor's of science nursing degree, all right? And she's working for her nursing practitioner's degree right now. We don't always have everything that we want, all right? We struggle sometimes. I don't have PlayStation 5. I have PlayStation 4, but grace of God, I'm still enjoying it. I'm grateful that I have it. And and we don't always get to eat what we want, but we still get to eat it. We still eat, and we are a family, all right? And I'm so proud of my mom. I'm so proud of my mom. And you have a mom like this. And sometimes you're running your mouth. You try to act like you're special, all right? Because you have PlayStation 5. Yeah, I mean, if I had a mom like this, at least I would hope I'd have PlayStation 5. Destroy the family name like this. I don't want you ever running your mouth again, ever, little bro. You hear me? I don't want you ever running your mouth again, little bro. Okay? You run your mouth again, little bro, and I will pay your mom to take some photos that go beyond this. All right? And I will show them to everyone. Don't you run your mouth. Know your place, little bro. This is what these kids are going through in school right now because of what their mothers are doing. So you have a lot of women who are trying to run from their past. Once they're on OnlyFools, OnlyFans, and that platform is being shut down. DOJ is actively working to shut it down, Department of Justice. Once you're on that platform, because the average OnlyFools creator only makes $150, less than $150 a month. Once you're on that platform, it's over for you. There's no coming back from it. Because they send you a 1099. If you make 50 cents on that platform, they send you a 1099. And every employer will always know that you are on that platform. It stays with you for the rest of your life. It is destructive. All right? It is absolutely destructive because there's so many stigmas with that. If we look further at the article regarding Miley Cyrus, Miley can laugh about her past. The pop star famously got her start on the Disney hit show Hannah Montana. Then she broke free from her good girl image by undergoing a massive change in 2013 with the release of her album Bangers. In a speech she gave at an event last night, she joked that wild period of her life was a malfunction. Guys, you know what she's calling it a malfunction. It was a malfunction. Come on. Cypress appeared at D23, a weekend-long event hosted by Disney for its fans. At the end of the weekend, a ceremony was held naming 14 new Disney legends, people who have worked with the company and made a notable impact. Here's an image of Miley on the left. And I think this is an updated image of her. And then here's an image of her on the right, where she is twerking with Robin Thicke. Stars like Jamie Lee Curtis, Angela Bassett, and Kelly Ripa were honored. For her speech, Cyrus got off to an emotional start saying, Kelly Ripa was actually honored. I'm going to let everybody get in on a little Disney legend secret. I'm the one that tells you what you're not supposed to know. And what I want to say is that legends get scared too. I'm scared right now, but the difference is we do it anyway. And all of you can do that every single day. It's legendary to be afraid and do it anyway. There is no such thing as failure when you try. She went on to talk about her early years and how she auditioned for Hannah Montana in 2005 at Disney's Burbank office, a place where she joked is rumored that they create all of us Disney kids. That's actually where it's not really a joke. That's really where they create these Disney kids. That's not a joke. It's the truth. That's the truth. They find their stars, and then they basically lock them down. Okay, this is it's the truth. That's where they create them. She continued the joke by saying, "I definitely wasn't created in a lab, dude. It is a lab. That's exactly what it is. But if I was, there must have been a bug in the system which caused me to malfunction somewhere between the years of 2013 and 2016." The audience laughed and applauded, and she added, "Sorry, Mickey." Holy cow! Wow! Holy Holy cow, bro, guys, you don't want to end up like Miley. You don't. Young women, young ladies need to understand. You don't want to end up like Miley, coming back in, having to lower your head in shame. Sorry, Mick, guys. She. This was her apology. It's even surprising they even allowed her at the event. It's obvious that it's obvious. Like you have to wonder if like it was a pre-planned speech. Like she made it very clear that she would apologize for everything she had done at the event. I could honestly see, like, I could honestly see something having happened in the background with her, and where she went in and sat down with Disney, maybe over the course of years, and had to apologize over the course of years for everything that she had done to damage the Disney image. I'm being so honest. She memorably performed at the MTV Video Music Awards that year with Robin Thicke. Okay, so let's see here. Let's jump back a little bit. Hannah Montana premiered in 2005 when Cyrus was 13. Its last episode aired in January 2011. So about 13 years later, 13 years ago, and 2 years at the time of making this video in 2004. 2024, man. Don't we all want to go back to 2004? And 2 years. Okay, so her show ended in 2011, and 2 years later, the singer began promoting a new album called Bangers. She memorably performed at the MTV Music Video Awards that year with Robin Thicke. The performance featured her dancing provocatively, rubbing against Thicke, and touching herself. Jesus. Cyrus concluded her speech by saying she was proud of her role on Hannah Montana. She then broke down into tears and tearfully continued with, "A little bit of everything has changed since that day, but at the same time, nothing has changed at all. I stand here still proud to have been Hannah Montana because she made me Miley. She made Miley in so many ways." The Flowers singer was not the only honoree to tear up. Harrison Ford was also named a legend during the ceremony, and he became emotional during his speech as well. Yeah, you know who should have also been there, whose life was destroyed? What's his name? Guy from Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp. They destroyed his life. The actor began tearing up before he even began speaking as the audience cheered him on while he approached the stage. He took a moment to seemingly gather himself, and at that time, someone shouted, "I love you." He responded, "I love you too. I love the life you've given me." He continued, "I love the people that I've had the opportunity to work with. Nobody does anything in this business for long. We work in collaboration, no matter who we are and what we're doing." I mean, guys, look at Miley. Look at what she did. All right, look, she's in complete regret for the life that she's lived, for what she's done, and and now it's haunting her. It is absolutely haunting her. It's haunting her terribly. She apologized to Disney. Sorry, Mickey. She apologized. Guys, she gave a formal apology to Disney for her actions. And I guarantee you, there had to have been talks in the background before they even allowed her to come to the event, because she had to definitely work things out with them. This definitely opens up the door now, interestingly, for her to return and have another series, like, because that's big with Disney right now. Like the Wizard of Waverly Place, they have a new series. Raven basically had Raven's House, and they're starting another series on top of that. So basically, it's a remix of all these old shows. Like, I'm kind of waiting for Clarissa Explains It All to make a comeback. Like, that's like it's I don't know, like, guys, it feels like we're in an infinite time loop right now, where it's like, all this stuff from our childhood is basically being rehashed now, for a new generation. Like, don't forget, even Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World, that show ended like years ago at this point. Do y'all remember Girl Meets World? Like, that show came out, it feels like ages ago now, doesn't it? That show came out in 2014. Oh my gosh. It ran for 3 seasons, consisting of 72 episodes, and concluded on January 20th, 2017. That was 7 years ago. So that show first aired 10 years ago. Girl Meets World first aired 10 years ago, June 27th. So we're in August. Right now, I'm recording this video in August of 2024. And that show aired in 2014. So now it's literally been just a little over 10 years. It's been a full 10 years now since that show was on the air. And it's been 7 years since that show concluded. I cannot believe it. So much time flies. So yeah, they're doing all these rehashes of these older shows now, which I think is pretty cool. And right now they're doing the whole Wizardly of Waverly Place. So Waverly Place, I think that's how you put it. Rehashes a new show coming out, based around that. With a new Gen Alpha, with an Alpha or young Gen Z, or I don't know, whatever the hell they are. So they're bringing that back. This is gonna go on forever. Like, this is gonna go on forever, because like a lot of the millennials are still young, so I don't know. But this feels like it's gonna go forever. Yeah, guys, women are trying to run from their past, but they're not going to be able to. The internet is forever. Their images are going to be online forever. Their history is going to be online forever. One thing I will say is that it's obvious that women are forgiven much easier for the things that they've done versus men. Like guys like Jonathan Major, Johnny Depp, who are actually men who are innocent. Even when you're innocent and proven guilty, you will still be found. You're still guilty. Like Johnny Depp, everyone knows what happened to Jonathan Major was absolute BS. All right. And then you look at Johnny Depp. He was found innocent. He was vindicated by this trial. And even then, Disney hasn't given him his career back. Because basically, once they come after you, once your life is destroyed, that's just the reality. And for a lot of women, the past is going to haunt them. Don't think that you're going to have a Miley Cyrus comeback story. You're not, okay? The past is going to haunt them. The internet is forever. And a lot of them will be able to find jobs again. Many of them will end up in states of destitution, in poverty, homeless, living in shelters, even on the streets in the woods. And that's just going to be the reality. That's the outcome of this. They're not going to be able to run for their past. They're not going to be able to find boyfriends, or at least any man of value that's going to want to be in a relationship with them, knowing that they have a history on OnlyFools. And they can forget about motherhood and marriage, because no good man is going to want to tarnish his name being associated with someone who has a past like this, that's been involved with platforms like OnlyFools. And like, if you look at like Riley, and what I'm talking about, Miss Reed, like she will, like her name is like Ashley Mathers, but it's like she's kind of like Batman. It's like Bruce Wayne is just a face that Batman wears. Ashley Mathers is just a face that Riley to the Reed wears. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? Women are trying to run from their past. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away. And cheers.